To everything there is a season and a time for every purpose under the heavens. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verses 1. Hello family, warmest welcome back again to the Lovystouch channel. I trust you're doing well. Guess what? The festive season is upon us. And this is the season that we spread a lot of love, and one of the love languages that we love to show is through our cooking skills, right? So there's going to be lots and a lot more of holiday recipes coming up. So all that I want you to do is to click on the notification bell so that you do not miss any new uploads. The very first recipe that is going out is my delicious turkey stew. This turkey stew right here is going to wow your guests. Stay tuned. So let's begin by prepping the turkey. I washed and cleaned with lime, and I'm going to season it right away. Yes, I just cut them into these bigger portions because it's holiday season. Everybody should eat and feel good about the food, right? So yes, I'll go ahead and add my seasoning, and this seasoning is all homemade and they are all natural. If you've not watched that video, please do well. It is going to really help you a lot. I'll link it right here for you to watch. And I also have some ginger and garlic paste and my all-purpose seasoning paste as well. You need to watch the video to know exactly what went in, but I'll also go ahead and list every ingredient that I used down below in the description box. And here I also added some chopped onions, and now it's time for me to give it a proper mix. And here I added some salt. You need to be very generous with it. I added 2 teaspoons of salt. I'll give it a quick mix again and rinse off the spices that were stuck on the plastic, okay? And I do recommend that you should not use lots of water in the beginning because you want the turkey to release its own juices and for the spices to marinate the turkey very well. Just have a look at that. Those juices, they are everything. I'll give it a good stir so that it does not stick under the button, and I'll add a tiny little drops of water because I want to get lots of broth from this so that I will cook my stew with that. Just so good. I'll just cover it and allow it to slowly cook for the next 7 minutes, and I should be done with the turkey. And now I'm just prepping the tomatoes for the stew. So I'll go ahead and chop it into smaller chunks. And here I have both fresh tomatoes and canned chopped tomatoes, and I'm going to bake it in the oven. I want that smoky feeling in there, and trust me family, it is the easiest way to make your tomato stew, especially for this holiday season. You adapt this and you're going to love your tomato stew forever. Okay, so I'll go ahead and chop the bell peppers as well and add about a tablespoon of curry powder. Always add the curry powder to tone down the acidity level. You can also use baking soda, but that is not very right for me, so I always use the curry and it works perfect. All right, so it's now time for us to bake our tomatoes. It's going to be in the oven for about 30 minutes at 175 degrees. All right, so yes, we are done with our turkey. Oh my goodness, it's so tender, and I just wish you were here. You would just be amazed by the aroma alone. And yes, we will take it out and strain it before we start to fry it in the air fryer. So good. Look at that. Yes, our broth is here, and I'm literally obsessed with this broth. It smells super good, and I was not expecting nothing else because all the spices used here were absolutely natural. And I said, yes, I'm saying yes to that dress. It was so good. So I'm gonna head to air fry the turkey right now. Of course, the healthier way possible, we should make our dishes this holiday. Simple way to cut the junk. So if you have it, why not use it? Okay, you can also use your oven to fry it. Okay, so yeah, it's all fried, and look how beautiful and golden they look. absolutely incredible. So right now we are done with all the preps. All that we have to do is to start with the preparation of our tomato stew. Okay, so here we have some tomato paste. Here are lots of onions as well. I chopped and blended few of them. And here are some paposhito bay leaves and blended habanero pepper, spring onions, all pepper seasoning that I also have a recipe of. I have some garlic paste, ginger paste, also have the stock from the turkey, and I also have my coconut oil, and I will be using some curry, nutmeg, and of course some salt. Okay, let's get started. Finally. All right, so here goes in my coconut oil. These are organic ones, and yeah, you can use any type of oil that you prefer. All right, so once the oil melts down, add my chopped and blended onions, and I'll allow it to fry for about 2 minutes. And when that also fry for 2 minutes, I'll then add my tomato paste and add a teaspoon of curry powder, and then introduce the ginger paste, the garlic paste, and the habanero pepper paste. Okay, you can use all in powdered form if that's what you have. Okay. Please be sure to stir very well just so that you do not burn the bottom of your pot. All right, so once everything has been mixed well, I'll go ahead and add half of the stock that I have. That stock made this stew extra delicious. Okay, so go ahead and stir, give it a good stir, and cover it and allow it to slowly steam until you come up with your baked tomatoes. Just look at that, wow. That also smells so good because of the infusion of your curry powder, and that smokiness is just everything that you need in this stew, family. Just have a look at that. You can go ahead and add it just like that, but I just wanted it to be extra smooth, so I went ahead to use my hand blender and blend it all up. Not need to be super smooth, and even if you're using the blender, I think you can use the pulse of it, okay, so that it does not become too smooth. Okay, so right now just look at that. Oh my goodness, aromas upon aromas and flavors upon flavors, everything natural. That's what I'm talking about this season. All right, so I'll go ahead and add my stew. It's going to be extra fast. Once it goes in, all that you need left is about 15 minutes, and you will have the most delicious stew you've ever had. Okay. Me family, when you try this recipe, your guests are going to be wowed, and please take all the glory. Okay, do not even mention my name. Yes, it's so good right now, fam. It is just amazing. Have a look at that. Right now, I feel like it's too thick, so I want it to be a bit lighter. So I went ahead to add the remaining broth or stock from the turkey. Trust me, family. Hey, it was so good. Your stew game is about to be 100, fam, with this one. I promise you this, okay? So I'll go ahead and add a little bit of the all-purpose seasoning that was homemade as well. The link is right here and down below in the description box. I also added my bay leaves at this point and grated a bit of nutmeg. All that I would do is to stir very well and cover it and allow it to simmer for about 15 minutes before introducing my fried turkeys. As 15 minutes later, it has simmered down and the oil floating on top is an indication that your stew is ready. Okay, so I'll go ahead and then add my fried turkeys, add my spring onions as well, and we're almost done, fam. Add a bit of onions and the stew is finally ready. Once everything goes in, I'll allow it to also simmer for about 5 minutes more and everything is done, and that will be left is for us to enjoyment. It's enjoyment time. I divided my stew into 2 equal parts and added a bit of red onions to the ones that we will be having for the day. And that is it. We serve it and enjoyed. We had some guests come over and they were really glad. You can also go ahead and add some eggs. Of course, you're a Ghanaian, right? You don't play with your eggs. We have some Ghana salad representing and some vesemele rice, which I will upload very soon, hopefully the next video. And it was just the best thing ever. It's just so good, and I really hope you will try this. Just have a look at this. Oh my goodness, this looks so good. It's almost like the Christmas lighting and everything on a plate. It's just so amazing. Please be sure to try this and warm the heart of your guest. You're going to love it so much. Literally melt in your mouth. Yes, there you have it. Thank you so much for watching through to the end, and be sure to like the video, share to a few friends and family, and also be sure to click right here or right here for more holidays recipes. Thank you so much for watching, family. Just know that you're so beautiful just the way you are. See you in my next one.